Good morning, Language Arts. It's a new week. We've got a whole new story for you, and it's about
rocks.
Rocks.
I have
Let
a
me tell
big
you.
one in my class. I can't wait to show them.
And so basically, the story this week rocks. Okay, it rocks. Language Arts. Let's look, an apostrophe. Let us. It's a contraction, right? Let us, or let's go rock collecting. Monday, May 4th, 2020. So, we're going to look at vocabulary first. Oh, but wait a minute. This is looking really, really cool. Let's hold on a sec.
I have some, actually these are minerals. Rocks and minerals here. We have something called rose quartz. We have opal. I have regular quartz. Obsidian. I have fluorite. Oh, and look at this one. How many of you have been to Knott's Berry Farm and done the thing where you get to pick out the rock and then they open it up and they cut it and you see all those crystals in there? Aren't those cool?
That is very cool.
So we have a bunch of different rocks, and then I have some other ones here where we talked about the Grand Canyon. Remember Grand?
Grand.
And oh, we got a few that are falling off here. I think they're going to have to be fixed a little bit.
Okay?
But these are ones from the Grand Canyon. Look at all of those. Aren't those cool? Mrs. Bachelier has a great big one to share with you,
I
too.
do.
Mrs. Bachelier rocks.
I rock. Look at, I rock. This is a huge rock. Okay, it's a quartz. And what's really neat about this particular rock is that my son operates heavy equipment, and he dug it up and brought it home for me. So he is my rock collector and brought this home.
Looks like rose quartz.
Rose quartz, yes.
Right. Cool. That's an igneous rock, I believe.
Ooh, we're going to talk about more. We're going to talk more about those after.
Yes, that's true. Oh, well, there's some in the PowerPoint. Okay. This is definitely not us today. It says, when you do something without very much interest. So I think this guy is in a college class, and he's kind of taking a little nap-ski.
I think I've done that before in a college class.
Well, yeah. Half-heartedly. So, you know what? Mrs. Lopez has been talking a lot in last week about antonyms. So half-heartedly is the opposite of whole heart. So when you do something with your whole heart, you are totally enthusiastic and you're all in, right? So it's the opposite. When you do something half-heartedly, you're kind of like, oh, whatever. So this is a cool Bible verse. It said they had sworn with all their heart and had sought him with their whole desire. 2 Chronicles 15:15. And then we have another slide. An opposite, antonym, again, whole heart. And this says, I will praise thee, O Lord, with my whole heart. I will shew forth all thy marvelous works. And that's Psalm 9, verse 1. And God inhabits the praises of his people. We have a whole heart here. It's really cool. And if you would like to watch this video, it's by a group called Two or More, and the name of the song is Wholehearted. But we're not going to watch it right now. You get to watch it. It'll be on the playlist, so that'll be cool. Next one. When you figure out what something is, I think I can blank that rock as a diamond. Identify. And we have a couple of videos here, and it's talking a little bit about gems and diamonds and different things.
Oops.
And it's, oh.
Okay, so I have, well, a couple here. But can you see them? Yep. If you can see, oh, these are my rings here. Oh. And they have diamonds inside. And you guys are going to learn about those that, you know what? If you'd had a diamond, it could actually scratch a window or a mirror.
It's the hardest material.
Yep.
A diamond. It's small but mighty.
And it has to go through a lot of pressure in order to become a diamond.
That's right. From a volcano, I think.
Okay, next one.
It's beautiful. Yes. Okay, speaking of things that are very, very hard, when something lasts a long time, like the diamond, nothing can scratch a diamond. Well, almost nothing. It is durable. So you notice here's a nice cell phone, and then he's trying to scratch it with a kitchen knife. Don't ever do that, okay? Because you'll get in a lot of trouble. But the nice thing about that cell phone is it's durable and it won't scratch. So this is just a couple of videos about cell phones that are durable, but we'll put those up for you. When something hardly ever happens, then it is very rare. So, didn't you see some deer a while ago?
I did when I was hiking.
Okay, so it doesn't happen every day, every time you guys know, because you've been doing a lot of walks, but sometimes when you go out, you'll see something rare. And this video is about rare animals, animals that are not extinct yet, but they could be soon because they're very rare. Okay, when something will be able to be used for a long time, we could say it will blank and blank. And that is last. So,
I thought there was a second one for the second line.
oh,
I'm
no
sorry.
problem, no problem.
I saw 2 lines, so I thought, okay.
Okay, you know what I really like about our list this week? It has a lot of opposites, right? So if something is rare, it doesn't happen very often. But if something is this, there is a lot of it and it happens very often. And the word is common. So back when I started teaching, cell phones were not very common. But now you hardly find anyone that doesn't have a cell phone.
So it would be rare not to have one.
That is correct.
Okay.
And so, because you got a negative in there, not. So that's cool.
And it's rare to have a flip phone.
Some of us think flip phones
Hey,
are
but
good.
flip phones are coming back in.
I have a flip phone.
And then I have a flip phone too.
Yep.
I have a
And
plasma.
then, we're just gonna, when they come back in, we're gonna be like, hey, I was there.
You guys are going to be hip already.
You know what? I actually had a conversation about flip phones last night with Eli's mom there, and she wanted to know, Mrs. Lopez, why do you still have a flip phone? But, it is actually cheaper.
It's economical. That's what I say. I'm being a good steward.
So, Zeba, it's cheaper.
It is. Next slide. Oh, this is kind of an interesting one, and I believe we're going to watch a little short video on this one, but not yet. When something rolls, just like these kids are rolling right here, and the top one, something moves slowly until it came to a rest. So it rolls, and then it stops, and then it rolls, and then it stops. And the word is settled. Settled.
We're going to learn about that with rocks,
All
too.
I know is I want to go in the ball.
So I think it's that one.
Top one?
Yes, I believe. It may be blocked in Yugoslavia. Seriously. Nope, wrong one. Sorry. Although that looks like a lot of fun, though. So you guys can watch that video because that's the other one. Okay, and so it's that one. Sorry. Similar. There we go. So that's pretty much it. These kids, if you guys have ever done it, they're rolling around, and it would be really, really fun to do that on a hot day. And it looks like some water might get in, but it would definitely cool you off.
I don't know. I think it might be hot in those little things.
It might get a little stuffy, yes. So, but it looks like fun.
It looks like they're tethered together, too.
Yeah, it does. So they can't roll out of the pool. So that would be that.
There he goes.
Oh, look at that. Oh my, and see, it knocked her down. That was kind of rough. Okay, we could, yeah, that's pretty much it. Cool. Okay, next one. Excellent, thank you. Okay, if you sort things into groups, then you have blanked. And this, go ahead, separated. This is kind of neat because it's separating animals into their various classifications. So we studied a lot about animals in science, right? Mm-hmm. And because our story this week is very science related, and so this is kind of a nice chart. And then we have...
Graphic aid?
It's a graphic aid, that's right. Vertebrates and invertebrates, right? And then it breaks it up a little bit more, so that's cool. These two videos are very fun. We're not going to watch them. Sesame Street, it has the word separate. So separated goes with that. Okay. If you know for sure that you definitely have to do something, so I know I will blank need to crack this open to see what is inside. And the word is absolutely. Nice adverb there. Absolutely no. Now this video right here is a picture of a guy taking a huge rock. Actually, it's larger than yours. It's a geode. And he is showing how he breaks it in half. And he's at a rock show. So that's pretty cool, but it's a long, drawn-out process. You're going to see that when you watch that video.
So it's easier the ones at Knott's Berry Farm?
Oh, yeah, because they do it in a second. This one, he had to have, like, this huge device, and he had to have a helper with him. He had to wrap it with towels because it could have exploded. It has water inside. Anyway, you're going to have to watch it. It's pretty cool. Okay. When you have a group of things, so like this.
Collection of stamps.
Right. So the word is collection.
Yeah, see that
now
very often
stamps. I used to collect stamps.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. And then you could also have, beetles or bugs or insects.
I had to do that once. I had to do a collection of bugs when I was in 8th grade, and you had to pin them to the map.
This
Well,
is
now, I do have a bunch of those.
Corks. Okay.
We were going to do crafts with them.
Probably found on the beach or something like that. So, and then the next one, butterflies.
Now, see, that would be sad to do the collection like that.
But the butterflies,
They're beautiful,
dead.
but
He's dead, and it's beautiful. You could preserve them.
I don't want to go through the process of how they got dead, though.
Okay.
another one.
And the next one is nutcrackers. So all these beautiful.
Those at Christmas.
Yes. So that's it. Enjoy your words.
Time for phonics.
All right, our word or sound this week is ah, 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 ah. So we have it with the A, with the L, and the O-U-G-H. Okay, so let's see. We have ball, all, hall, all, chalk, fall, hallway, talk,
Good morning.
All.
Language arts. It's a new week.
small, always, sidewalk, thought, bought, thought, football, and thoughtful. They all have the sound. So, look what I bought. Think of that So if you think about the sound, think of look what I bought, and you'd show a bag for the sound.
That's excellent.
So, page 222 and page 223 for your phonics.
Can I say one thing?
Right ahead.
Okay, so one of the things we did last year, because we were doing a lot of spelling, even the beginning of this year we were doing a lot of spelling, right? And so when you do these ones, they have all in them, so that's pretty cool. That O-U-G-H, that one was always kind of hard for me. So what we did last year in our class was we did this. Like, if we had to spell the word thought, we would go T-H-O-U-T. So that way, if you're using your whole body and making big gestures, then your brain kind of gets it inside that you should have those spaces. Does that make sense?
And you were quiet on the GH.
I was very quiet, but my body was still moving.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it one more time. Ready? T-H-O-U-T. Thought. That's a toughie.
All right. These are the 2 pages that you will be doing. So one has like it's a hawk or some kind of a bird, and then the guy with the light bulb, like, he has a thought above him.
Right. That
So-
makes sense.
All right, so you're doing those pages. Shut the video off. As soon as you're done, you can turn it back on, and I'll be here again.
To talk about.
Rocks and minerals. Why are we talking about rocks and minerals, guys?
I don't know, it's so hard.
You're going to
Very
have
hard.
We
very hard.
must be going to learn about them. Rocks are divided into 3 types of groups, and we're going to go ahead and share that right now. Geologists studying the earth is science, a person that works with rocks. So a geologist is a person that basically works with rocks. So our planet is almost entirely made out of rocks. Well, except for the water, but if you look underneath, there's rocks down there under that ocean. The earth has layers. The top is the crust. Hills, mountains, and valleys are all made of rock. Rocks are found in the soil, on land, and at the bottom of rivers and seas, or oceans. And then rocks can be hard, soft, or shiny. So rocks are different.
Right.
There's all kinds of different ones. So there's also a video down here which you guys can click on and you can watch if you choose to do that. So we're going to go into the different types of rocks right now. Remember I said that there are 3 types. First one is the igneous rocks. These rocks are found in volcano regions. So if you were going to Hawaii or something like that, you could find more on the igneous rocks. They are actually rocks that come from a volcano. Igneous rocks are formed by magma, which is like the lava here, and once it's melted. Molten material found deep inside the earth. Magma comes up or erupts from the volcano and then is formed as lava.
I was just going to say that right outside of 29 Palms, there's a dormant volcano that I actually hiked inside, and got to look all around there. And it has the blast zone where you can see all the volcanic activity that had happened.
Right.
But you can hike all the way inside of it.
Wow. And then when the lava cools, it becomes an igneous rock. So they're kind of shiny. You can kind of look at this. They're shiny, and they have like a softness to them, some of them. But then some of them, they're real bumpy.
They look like a sponge.
Mm-hmm.
They're porous.
Some
they have a
of
lot
them
of
do.
air. Hey, can
Which is that one right here.
I say just one thing? So the difference between lava and magma is inside the mountain. M for mountain, M for magma. And lava comes out into the light. L for light, L for lava. That's a 5th grade test question.
Okay, I'm glad
They
you
have
shared
to.
that.
I think 4th grade too, because they study a lot about
Rocks.
rocks.
4th grade, when you do go to 4th grade, you will be going to Calico, Ghost
Oh,
Town.
that's right.
And you will be learning more about the rocks and everything that's out in Calico.
That's cool. That place
So-
rocks.
Sedimentary is our 2nd type of rock. Natural processes like wind, rain, and flowing rivers carry soil and particles down and end up making it into a sedimentary rock. They're going to be layered and layered and layered. It takes a lot of pressure. Sand and dead plants, through time these get deposited on top of each other. Over time, these layers press and press and press and press on top of each other, making sedimentary rocks. So if you looked at this picture over here, see how you can see the different layers and the different lines and the different colors in it? That would be all sedimentary rocks. After time, everything goes on top, on top, on top, and on top, pushing it really hard. These rocks take thousands of years to form. Coal, sandstone, and limestone are types of sedimentary rocks. And then our 3rd type of rock.
I was just going to say there's one time where you'll see this form a lot faster, and that's when there's natural disasters like a volcanic eruption, like Mount St. Helens when it blew. It forced those layers on top of layers a lot faster than it would take thousands of years. And also the Great Flood would have done the same thing.
Oh,
and
that's right.
Yeah, that's some of the belief of how we got our Grand Canyon.
And then we will be talking on a different day this week more about volcanoes. So we'll see more on that later.
That sounds like
this
it's going to
week.
be full of eruptions.
It is.
So the last type of rock is called the metamorphic rock. So heat and pressure over a period of time form metamorphic rocks. When limestone is subjected to pressure and heat, it becomes marble. How many of you guys have in your kitchens the marble countertops? Okay, that's a type of a rock right there.
Mm-hmm.
It says quartzite and slate are types of metamorphic rocks. We've got gneiss, and then we have a white marble here. So that is the third type of rock that we have. So, okay, so we have the different types of rocks again. We showed another picture, and then we have, we're going to try and see if we can get this video to play. Let's see if we can get it.
We get it. You don't really want your kids watching videos, but it can have certain...
See if it lets us.
Hi guys, Squeaks and I are checking out our rock collections. Ooh, that's a nice one. Now, some people might wonder why we collect rocks. I mean, a rock's a rock, right? Well, you've probably noticed that rocks don't all look the same. Some of them have speckles or little bits of what look like glitter, and some of them are just one color. And rocks don't feel the same either. Some are coarse and gritty, and some are smooth. It turns out there are thousands of different rocks. So you could build a really big rock collection if you tried. But among all those thousands of rocks, scientists organize them into three main groups. These groups are called igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. And each group is based on how rock actually forms in nature. That's right, everything comes from somewhere, even rocks. For example, igneous rocks form when magma, the liquid rock under the surface of the earth, hardens. You know about magma. It can erupt from volcanoes. Once magma comes above ground, it's called lava. And when this hot, melted rock cools and hardens, whether it's above ground, like on the side of a volcano, or deep underground, it becomes igneous rock. Now, sedimentary rock forms when other rocks break down. This happens a lot, actually, all the time, but it happens really slowly. Sedimentary rocks often form in water because they're made of pressed together parts from other rocks that were broken up and carried away by things like rivers and streams. As a river passes over the land, it wears down the rock beneath it into tiny broken pieces called sediment. Eventually, all that sediment settles to the bottom of the water and builds up. And over time, pressure pushes down on the sediment, squeezing the pieces together, tighter and tighter, until they form a new rock, a sedimentary rock. Finally, metamorphic rocks are rocks that have gone through a big change. Remember when we talked about caterpillars turning into butterflies? That process is called metamorphosis. And metamorphosis just means changing shape. And that's exactly what these metamorphic rocks have done. They change when they're exposed to things like really high heat or really intense pressure, or sometimes both. This usually happens deep within the earth, where rocks can get squished, bent, folded, but not melted. So those are the three main kinds of rocks. But
All right. So, really quick, oops. You can finish that video on your own, but it just, again, kind of showed you a picture of how that was working and how those rocks were making. Real quick, we go over igneous rocks are formed from melted rocks deep inside the earth. They are crystalline solids formed from cooling lava, usually found in volcanoes. Sedimentary rocks are formed from layers of sand, silt, dead plants, and animal skeletons. It takes years and years to form. Streams and rivers will carry lots of small pieces of rock and minerals, and these pack on top of each other. And again, the last one, metamorphic rocks are formed from other rocks that are changed by heat and pressure underground. They are usually found inside the Earth's crust. So now what you're going to do is you're going to actually read more about this. You're going to pull out your readers. You're going to open up to page 398, and you are going to read the story, Let's Go Rock Collecting. So shut the video off and go ahead and read the story. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're back. Bi-weekly test. You need to take your biweekly, 26, 27. When you're done with that, PE with coach. See you later.